All right, I'm going to talk about my experience with Imodium Multi-Symptom Relief Caplets. Now, this version of Imodium relieves symptoms of diarrhea, plus cramps and pressure, bloating, and of course, gas right there. So it does a little bit more than just relieve diarrhea. If you have gas, it will subside the gas so you're not blowing everybody away. It also prevents bloating or gets rid of bloating or eases the symptoms of bloating, cramps, and pressure. All of these things you might experience while having a case of the bubble gut. So this particular packet right here, it says the main ingredients, liporamide, HCI, and then there's simethicone and 125 milligrams of anti-diarrheal / anti-gas ingredient. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up and show you. So I had to take these one time, and I decided to get the Imodium Multi-Symptom Relief Caplets as opposed to the original Imodium AD, which just relieves diarrhea, because I had some of the other symptoms as well. And it all occurred after I ate a burrito from a street vendor that I knew I shouldn't have eaten the burrito because it just did not seem right. This particular street vendor did not look like he passed the health inspector's test for cleanliness, but I went for it anyway because I had the munchies and there were nothing else around open at the time. So it wasn't long before I needed something to relieve my diarrheal symptoms, and so I immediately went and got this right here, Imodium Multi-Symptom. And it comes in a pack like this, and I was kind of concerned that I'd have to take dose after dose like the pink stuff, but I did not. As you can see on the back of this right here, it says, drink plenty of clear fluids to prevent dehydration. Take on an empty stomach 1 or 2 hours after a meal with a full glass of water. Okay. And it shows right here, so adults, right here, it says 2 caplets after the first loose stool, 1 caplet after the subsequent loose stool, but no more than 4 caplets in a 24-hour period. And when it comes for children, 9 to 11, this box recommends that 1 caplet after the first loose stool, a half caplet after each subsequent loose stool, but no more than 3 caplets for 24 hours. And then there is a recommendation for children 6 to 8, 1 caplet after the first loose stool, half caplet after the subsequent loose stool, but no more than 2 caplets in 24 hours. And then it says children 2 to 5, ask a doctor. Children under 2 do not use. Now, before anyone uses this, I recommend seeing a doctor and getting your physician's approval before taking any sort of medication whatsoever. All right, so with that said, the capsules come in here and you take this with a full glass of water, and these are very hard to get out, and when you need them in a hurry, it can be somewhat frustrating. So take your time, because you don't want to drop these and it go down a gutter or something. And then it says take with a full glass of water. I don't have a glass, so I'm going to use this bottle that I have right here, handy bottle. Full glass, 8 ounces of water. And you can see right here that when I was taking this out of the box, one of them cracked. It's all good. I'm just going to go ahead and take this. It's one of them. Almost tastes like it has a flavor to it, almost like an orange cream flavor, like an orange shake or milkshake. It's rather pleasant. That was kind of surprising. I'm gonna go ahead and take the other one. So when I took this, it wasn't long before it started to work, and I noticed that the diarrheal symptoms had gone away and the gas had also subsided. It was not nearly as explosive as it was prior to me taking this. And I'd say I gave it a little about maybe an hour, maybe less, give or so. Nothing happened between the time that I took my first dose and and when it stopped. I didn't have any explosive moments in the restroom. So with that said, it took about maybe an hour, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more before I really noticed the explosive bloating and gas had gone away, and the diarrhea had subsided, and I was in the clear. No more of the symptoms of the diarrhea existed. I continued to take this for perhaps maybe 3 or 4 more doses of this just to make sure I was in the clear, but it actually went away. Now, you'd want to read the instructions on the back, because they say if your diarrhea doesn't clear up, you should definitely go in and see a physician. Perhaps it is a more serious issue than you had thought at the beginning. So it's important that you consult your physician if you have diarrhea, and let them know your medical condition. Perhaps your physician already knows your medical condition, as they should, before taking any sort of medication. But this was my experience with Imodium, and it worked really well. I'm really happy with this, especially the multi-symptom relief. It did a lot for me. All right. Hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.